Well, hello guys. It's week 4 of the NFL season, and Kingman Fantasy Football League is surviving its own turmoil. Hopefully we'll get the situation with Ralph's team under control sometime this week. Hopefully it won't be a problem. Jerry plays Ralph this week, so that should be a win maybe for Jerry. Or maybe not. I'll try not to laugh too much. Anyways, don't forget there's another London game this week, 6:30 a.m. I believe it's the Saints and the Dolphins. I don't know who's broadcasting it. It was on Yahoo this past week. Who knows who's broadcasting this year? Might be on Twitter, might be on some porn site. I have no idea who's broadcasting the game. But if you care about Saints and Dolphins, it'll be on Sunday morning, 6:30 somewhere for you to watch. Buys are starting in week 5. The NFL season has their bye weeks beginning, which means the Kingman Fantasy Football League starts their bye weeks as well. Now, in case you don't know, the bye weeks count as carryovers. So if you have any Atlanta Falcons or Denver Broncos or New Orleans Saints or Washington Redskin players in your starting lineup or on your bench, whatever points they score in week 4 is what they get in week 5 automatically. They're automatically in your lineup. You can't take them out. And you got to hope for some big points. And it has happened before that people have ended up carrying over 3 points for the next week, and that's the way it goes. And it's also worked the other way when somebody's been able to carry over 72 points or more. And of course, it also works when this guy, has put 106 points on the bench, Corey Dillon, way back when, because I had him on the bench. And then he was a carryover, and that sucked. So don't make that mistake. Be very careful of your Falcons, Broncos, Saints, and Redskins for this week. And then there are more in the following week too, so you also have to keep your eye ahead of time so you know who you're going to play for the upcoming weeks when players are on buys. You don't want to get stuck playing somebody that you really didn't want to, but you have to because of what you did with your bye weeks the previous week. Okay, so Monday night, we are at Mike Prine's house over on Martingale. Confidentially, he didn't know about it until we were at Scott's house on Monday, and I told him because he actually showed up, which was pretty interesting to see him show up, because had he not, he wouldn't have known we were showing up at his place on Monday, which would have been good comedy right there too. So Mike Prine's house, and come to watch the game. I believe it's the Chiefs and Redskins, maybe? Somebody like that. I don't know. Don't forget to keep getting your contest entries in. It's always fun sorting things out and seeing who everybody picks for their picks and their survivor picks and their DFS teams. My condolences to Janelle, who put up 25 points this past week. If you didn't see it, 25 points out of 4 players. That vaulted her into last place in DFS, but there's still several weeks to go, so she could have a big week. I've noticed the scoring has started to increase a little bit, so that makes that contest a little more fun. But anyways, don't forget to get your entries in. That includes your pick'ems. A couple people didn't get their picks in this past week, so hopefully you get them in on time this time. And then, as I see on my hat there, it's the last week of the regular season of baseball, and my Brewers are sadly a game and a half out of the wild card spot. They blew some games that they easily should have won over the weekend against the Scrubs, and that's the way it goes. Can't win the division really anymore. But they can still get the wild card. They got to play the Cardinals this week. Hopefully they can sweep them and maybe sneak in and play the Diamondbacks, who are in the wild card game. That should be a good contest. It's probably going to be the Rockies and the D-backs, but the Brewers and the D-backs would be fantastic too, and I would love to see that, especially in a season when the Brewers were only supposed to win about 70 games or less. So I think having a winning season is great. All right, well, that's all I got. We'll see you on Monday night. Have a great week. Thanks.